I was told
No, we
Henry
haven't.
Ford kind of
Yeah,
made that a thing.
I think he did the assembly line.
the assembly
Yeah,
line,
but I think
but that mass production is part of it.
yeah, it used to be,
That's what we're talking.
you sort of built all your parts to fit together. Like I have made a lot of woodworking projects, and when you put the drawers in, they go right in their right spot. You can't just change them around. That's drawer number 1, 2, and 3. They're not the same size. But when they started adding more like precision in manufacturing, then all the parts are the same size.
Yeah,
You
the
can take it from
the,
mine
the
and put it in
idea of
yours.
building a truck in Detroit and then another one in Atlanta and being able to take them both completely apart, mix the parts together, and build 2 more trucks again was a new fucking thing. It was like that level of precision, and with your machinery is necessary, and then the coordination and everything. That's one of the things that made the United States so good when they went full total war mode, after Pearl Harbor, and when they were able to weaponize the auto industry that we already had, and all that infrastructure for manufacturing. The numbers of airplanes are staggering that we
I
created.
think we benefited from some new infrastructure. Like, take right now, for example, we're building artillery shells, and I think the machines we make them from are 80 years old. And we can't ramp up our artillery shell production like we wish we could. But back in the 1940s, all that shit was brand new and state of the art.
Probably so, yeah.
Ammunition. Every time there's a freaking bullet shortage of some caliber, then you find out, like, oh yeah, the machines that make that bullet are 80 years old. And
I never understand that one. That one doesn't make any sense at all to me. I don't understand what the shortage even is. Like, can you not get powder? Can you not get primers? Or can you not get, that's it? Because you can make the rest. Like, you make your own brass, you make your own lead. I don't know how to make primers, and I don't know how to make gunpowder, but those companies do. So when I hear there's a shortage, I don't fucking get it, because you just the gigantic machines, like the ones that you would see on How It's Made. Yeah, I don't know how you get one of those. But there's reloading machines. Like, I don't know.
It baffles me. Like this machine turns nickels into quarters, right? It takes 5 cents of material and turns them into 45-cent bullets or 25-cent bullets. Why aren't more people jumping into this business if there's a shortage?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Nah, I never.
And I don't know what's necessary to, if there's a licensing thing. I found licensing easy to get with ATF. I don't know if it is an ATF license. I don't know anything about it. I mean, you can make your own ammo, and I know people make their own ammo and sell it at gun shows. So I don't know if there's any law saying that Woody couldn't just buy 50 machines, put them in his barn, and start Woody's ammo company. I don't think there's a law against that, but I don't know.
I don't know either.
I want to check before you get those machines.
I bet there's some laws on how some of the stuff is stored, like the gunpowder.
That for sure. You would, if you're going to have a certain amount of powder on the premises, you probably need a magazine. There's probably a point at which just smokeless powder alone, you've got too much. Actually, well, unless the guy that I knew was doing the wrong thing, he had kegs and kegs of powder. Like when I would buy powder to reload, you'd buy a pound. And a pound of powder is like the little jug of it, and it goes a long way. A pound of powder makes lots and lots of shotgun shells. But he had kegs like from the video games, like round wooden kegs,
like Donkey
full
Kong
of powder.
throws.
Donkey Kong kegs, yeah. Well, like that though, full of gunpowder. He just had them on shelves.
It was a flex though, wasn't it?
No, it was his reloading room.
Okay. I mean,
he's reloading. Oh, he needs kegs of it, like for what he's big shells.
Oh, big shells. Yeah.
But yeah, but I never understood that either. How there could be a shortage on ammo. Like, I wondered what component. Like, does all the gunpowder come from China, and there just isn't any at the docks right now? Does it come down to that? Like, can you just not lay hands on one of these components, because the machine should just be turning these out, like you said? I don't get it.
Have you seen Ukraine's taking the initiative again, and they're taking back territory?
Yeah, I saw they pushed them out of Kharkiv. And I heard they pulled their Abrams back and started putting coke cages on the Abrams, because the Russians are using kamikaze unmanned drones to take out the tanks. I saw basically everyone except for the United States gave Ukraine permission to use their weapons in Russia proper. So the Brits are like, yeah, you can fly the Storm Shadows anywhere they'll go. The French are like, you can use the fucking stuff we gave you anywhere, shoot it wherever you want. and everybody went down, kind of fell in. And the F-16s are getting there.
I was going to say, are we comparing apples to apples? Because I don't think UK gave them F-16s.
Storm Shadow missiles. That's the thing. It's not even about the aircraft. They're not going to fly their F-16s to Russia. It's about launching those missiles deep into Russia. Those Storm Shadow missiles. And with the U.S., they're going to want to use those ATACMS and stuff like that. But I think the thing they've got that goes the furthest is when they take that Cessna and load it up with C4 and fly it into Russia. That thing goes like 600 kilometers or something like that, and is insane. I love that they've been.
Yeah,
I guess if you're on the receiving end of it, you would think it was despicable, but there's something ridiculous and kind of funny about them just loading up a Cessna that probably cost them $75,000 and filling it up with bomb materials and just autopiloting it to a refinery or a factory.
Russia must feel like we do when we attack Al Qaeda, for example. Like, oh man, like we can win, but it's really expensive. You know, we're firing $5 million hypersonic missiles, and they're loading up $32,000 1963 Cessnas for $30,000.
Yeah.
How long can we fight this war when we spend $5 million a bullet and they spend 30,000?
I saw some photos of black fighters who were fighting for Russia from like Africa and the Middle East and stuff like that, and it's so weird to me.
Some mercenaries.
Yeah. It's professional army men or whatever, but to see black people fighting in Russia for Ukraine or in Ukraine for Russia, that's so weird.
Why?
It seems like a real mistake too, because here's my
just a mercenary group. They'll probably fight for anyone, right?
Yeah, but this isn't your fucking ecosystem. I feel like if I'm a Ukrainian, Slava Ukraine, and then there's some Ruskies over there, and we wipe them out, and we see one of them's like, please, my name's Pyotr, please, no. And I'm like, your language is so close to mine. I know what you just fucking said. All right, fucking crawl over here. Don't you move. But if like a black dude pops up, no, I'm not taking him. He's getting it. Let me tell you why.
Because he's black? Yeah.
No, not because he's black. Because he came here from somewhere that's got nothing.
Because he's statistically less likely to graduate high school. I see where you're coming from.
He had nothing to do with this shit. Like the Russian guy, all right, you got pressed into service. Your country is attacking my country. Your president ordered you. Your people are counting on you, etc. This black dude who came here from Nigeria or fucking Somalia or somewhere like that.
Kill me for a paycheck.
You're here for a check.
Dude, a guy from Somalia who showed up to fight there would like be in the war zone and he'd be like, this place is pretty nice. Look at that. There is a building standing right there.
Speediest country, no more.
Taking my picture.
Take my picture. Oh my goodness. We're going to get a picture of me next to the building.
I'm serious though. Like if you came there for a check, like you're not even, and the Ukrainians and the Russians are so close. It'd be like us fighting the Canadians. A lot like that, I think. You take a Canadian prisoner, but if we had a war against the Canadians, and all of a sudden you looked up and a fucking
Chinese battalion is marching in, you'd be like, what the fuck?
It's like a North Korean pops up over there, but next to all flying a maple leaf flag. Like that dude's getting it. He can't surrender. You came here from Korea to kill me? Fuck you. We're not putting you in the camp and giving you our delicious prison food. No.
Yeah.
I see your point.
Not giving you our.
I'm gonna pull your gold teeth.
Gold teeth. There's no way they can afford that, North Korea.
Give me that fucking tooth.
I'm glad Ukraine's taking some land back, because the last time we gave Ukraine a ton of ammo, they're like, oh, we're going to do our big counteroffensive as soon as the weather gets nice. Eventually it does. And what do they do? Yeah, they sit back and they just fucking lob artillery from the safety of their rear positions. They don't do fucking anything. They spend $1 trillion US, rounded up from like 50 million. And they just don't do anything. And they don't take any land. And then they're like, oh, we're out of bullets. What can we do? It's what you should have done, bro. You should have charged. You should have like taken your land back.
You're so right. I can't believe. I know you've been faxing the general, and he hasn't been reading the faxes clearly because I've been watching the troop movements. If Woody had had a hold of the reins of this war.
Exactly.
We'd have been in Moscow. We've been in Moscow last winter.
Those
I mean,
M&Ms.
I'm a pretty good technician, strategist. I've been watching YouTube videos since it started.
Strategist.
Strategist. Yeah, that's what I'm known
sorts.
I'm pretty sure George Bush used the word strategery.
Strategery.
I'm like 85% sure he said that out loud.
I think you're right.
I'm just
strategist.
I'm just
I was going for.
I think he said
silly person.
I'm not denying.
I'm certainly not
I don't know what I said.
Certainly not a war criminal. The one that mistakes common words like me. Hell no. No way. I like baseball and
charming
bombing people. I mean, baseball.
Oh, he made so much. Like, he got a lot of traction and goodwill based on the idea he'd be nice at a barbecue.
Yeah,
he still does. Like
that's a lot of what electing people is. It's like,
did you see him like cozying up with Michelle Obama and they're all cutesy and hugging each other? It's like, oh, look at George. He didn't kill a million I mean, that's just a million Iraqis. That's another thing. Like we killed 1 million Iraqis in about a decade ago. Let Israel get their war done. Leave them the fuck alone. Like, who are we? Who are we to be the? Hey, what are you doing over there?
Funding it.
Yeah, if we're funding it, we get a say. That's who we are.
That's not how it works. That's what do you call that kind of parenting? Where you're like, that's micromanagement. We don't need that.
No,
let them go out and make their mistakes. That's the only way you learn.
No, you're trying to be a parent that's like, all right, don't you do whatever you want forever, and they're like, I am going to do whatever I want forever, and you're like, well, daddy has to see his mistress, so here's $1 billion more for the weekend.
If your kid has a drug problem, you don't give them cash and trust them.
They've got an enemy problem, and so we give them bombs, and I wouldn't be signing the bomb. That's a little gauche. But like, I know why they're shooting the bombs. I know why they're shooting the rockets. And like, look, I see the stuff I don't like is when you're just killing civilians on purpose. And I see that sometimes. They'll like sniper fire, like literally just like snipe a civilian. It's like, whoa, the fuck? He was doing his laundry.
Dude, that happens all the time.
I think those are rare isolated incidents by outsiders who are later punished. And I don't know why you would think or say anything different, sir.
Yeah, all these damn AI videos that are being released all the time.
You joke, but like, maybe I could be fooled by, like, some of the footage I see is so grainy and shit that it's like, this could be anything.
I could be every weather event. I'm fooled.
Every
time there's a giant hurricane. They show me some picture from 16 years ago and say, look what Hurricane Diddly-Doo just did. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, that's like in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
They seem to be, going a bit over the line over there.
I don't know. But like, what do you, I disagree. I think
what do I do? Stay out.
I hope they get all
out of it. It's not our business.
Need to go in there and then you get all them bad people, round them up.
That's both sides, all of them.
Yeah, it's not a Marvel movie. It's not like there's like a bunch of guys with scary hats on over there where it's like, we're just getting the scary hat guys.
They literally, they're literally that. It's Iron Man 3. This is Iron Man 3.
No, you cannot let Iron Man 3 inform your opinion on geopolitics. Please, I beg of you.
This is 100% Iron Man 3. That's what it's a scenario here. And you've got to go in there and you got to clean those.
Iron Man 3 this summer. Tony
it's
gets
not Iron Man. It's war because you got both sides who think they're right, who have an argument to be made. It's a confusing situation.
One side's defending itself, from all sorts of evil, and the other side is
Which
Israel.
one is that one?
Israel's defending itself, and the Palestinians put your hands up, dude. What are you doing over there? Get your hands up. Like, what are you doing, dude? You're getting walloped. Get your hands up. That's or here's option B for anyone who would say anything different. Surrender.
I don't think they're taking prisoners over there.
What are you talking about? They offered a ceasefire. They've been there's a peace agreement. They say no.
How do non-combatants surrender?
Hamas, the leadership of Hamas, who they're negotiating with continuously.
No one's worried about Hamas dying. It's all the innocent people. How do they surrender?
Well, they're going to keep fighting the terrorist organization that's over there until they surrender. And whatever happens. It's not. I blame the terrorists who are using the civilians.
Whatever happens is going to happen, and it would continue to happen if we were entirely disconnected from these world away conflicts that don't serve our interests.
Now who's got a problem with geopolitics? All right. Do you really want the Ruskies to slide in there and be Israel's friend and arm them and move their missiles into that area?
Yes, I think giving Russian a white elephant to take care of for the rest of their time.
Yeah,
they've already got one. They've got a
drain on.
You want to cause a problem for Russia financially? Make them fund Israel.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait! This gets better. We can have them fund both sides.
Putin, we have been like doing pretty good with the numbers accounting wise on this war, but we're 6 hours into supporting Israel and we're running low.
Dude, that doc is the worst.
No, it's the weirdest thing. Like I gave him the money and then he's like, thanks, fuck you. I'm doing what I want. It is the wildest negotiation. I tell you, these people really are good. I left there thanking him. My God. Yeah. I don't want anything to do with the Middle East. It's for the birds.
Nobody wants you to go, luckily.
I just have to pay for it.
I'd go. Wouldn't you?
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, they want you to go. Aren't you ready?
No.
You wouldn't answer the call.
Go die for the Middle East? Nah.
Die for them, fight for them. If Uncle Sam comes and he says, "Look, Bibi Netanyahu needs you. He wants you.
Bibi Netanyahu needs me."
Yeah.
Bibi Netanyahu.
They need an ex-goalie.
I'll do
it. He says you can be his guy.
I can be his top guy. I'm Bibi's top guy. I disagree so much with what they're doing over there, but Bibi needs me.
They're gonna call you the Golem. That's gonna be your code name.
All right, you're selling me.
Yeah.
Do I get a harem of big titty Israeli fighter bitches?
No, they make you play goalie.
Yeah, you get 3 IDF hoes who they're TikTok hoes.
How many?
3.
How many?
How many do you need, Taylor?
How many?
This is 4 IDF TikTok hoes. That's all we got. All right, we can't go to 5. Don't ask.
All right, maybe I strap some boots on. Maybe I caused some problems.
All right. 4 TikTok hoes and a Palestinian boy we caught last week.
No, you're giving me a financial burden now. No,
you can do anything you want with him.
Like, I don't know, what's he good at?
We just
Taylor, be creative. I don't think you're on the same page here with this young.
You know what? I actually
what would Alexander the Great do?
Give me the best soccer playing boy that the Palestinians have, and then I'll give him all the right training, and I'll have my own fucking Messi. I'll be worth $1 jillion when he's an adult.
Some idea so shoot him in the kneecap is right away. Yeah, that won't work. Yeah,
he was coming at me with a scary ball.